John was a proud veteran who had served his country for over a decade. After returning home, he often enjoyed traveling and exploring new places. This time, he planned a weekend getaway to relax and unwind. Knowing about the discounts available for veterans, he felt hopeful that he could save some money on his stay. As he approached the hotel, John felt excited about the time ahead. The bright sign above the entrance promised comfort and friendly service. He stepped inside, wearing his military cap, which proudly displayed his branch of service. To John, it was not just about the discount. It was a symbol of respect and appreciation for his years of dedication. When he reached the front desk, he greeted the clerk with a smile and mentioned his request for the veteran discount. John believed it would not only ease his expenses, but also acknowledge his sacrifice for the country. Little did he know that this simple request would soon lead to unexpected events that would change everything at that hotel. As John stepped into the hotel lobby, he was greeted by a warm and inviting atmosphere. The walls were adorned with cheerful artwork, and the scent of fresh coffee wafted through the air. A cozy seating area was filled with guests chatting and enjoying their drinks, creating a sense of community. However, as he approached the front desk, John noticed a shift in the mood. The clerk behind the counter appeared busy, her eyes glued to the computer screen as if she were in a rush. She barely acknowledged John's presence at first, offering only a quick glance before returning to her tasks. Despite his friendly greeting, her smile seemed forced, and there was an air of indifference that made him feel uneasy. John hoped for a more welcoming interaction, especially given his service to the country. Instead, he sensed a lack of enthusiasm from the staff that left him feeling somewhat disheartened as he prepared to make his request for the veteran discount. Taking a deep breath to steady his nerves, John finally approached the front desk and politely mentioned his veteran discount. He hoped this would brighten the clerk's demeanor, but her reaction caught him off guard. With a furrowed brow, she looked up and shook her head. "I'm sorry, but that discount isn't available during peak season," she said bluntly, barely making eye contact. John felt a pang of disappointment. He understood that hotel policies existed, but he had hoped there might be some flexibility for veterans. When he inquired if there were any exceptions or alternatives, the clerk shrugged and stated that management had set strict rules. "Honestly, you'll need to pay the regular rate," she added, her tone lacking any empathy. John felt his heart sink as he recalled his years of service, which seemed insignificant in that moment. It felt like a dismissal not just of his request, but of everything he had sacrificed for his country. This encounter was more than just about money. It was about recognition and respect. John stood at the front desk, his heart heavy with disappointment. The clerk's rejection of his request for the veteran discount felt like a personal attack on his years of service. He had fought for his country, sacrificing time and comfort away from home, and now he was met with indifference in a place he had hoped would honor that sacrifice. As he turned away from the counter, John couldn't shake the feeling of disrespect that lingered in the air. It wasn't just about saving money. It was about being acknowledged as a veteran among civilians who enjoyed the freedoms he helped protect. Each step away from the desk felt heavier as thoughts raced through his mind. A mix of sadness and anger bubbled within him. He imagined how many other veterans might have faced similar situations, feeling unappreciated in places that should celebrate their sacrifices. This experience put a damper on what was supposed to be a peaceful getaway, leaving John questioning whether his service truly mattered to others. Determined to make his voice heard, John decided he could not let the incident slide. Still feeling the weight of disappointment, he walked outside the hotel to find a quiet spot where he could gather his thoughts. He took out his phone and began searching for the corporate contact information. After a few moments, he found the customer service number and took a deep breath before dialing. As the phone rang, John's heart raced. He felt a mix of nerves and resolve. This was not just about him anymore. It was about all veterans who deserved respect and acknowledgement. When a friendly voice answered, John explained his situation clearly and calmly, sharing the lack of empathy he experienced from the front desk staff. The representative listened attentively, expressing understanding and concern about John's experience. Encouraged by their response, he felt a renewed sense of hope that someone might take action. As he hung up after their conversation, John realized that perhaps standing up for himself could lead to positive change for all veterans in the future. Just 6 minutes after John's call to corporate, the leadership team at the hotel was already in action. They understood the significance of honoring veteran discounts and recognized that this situation needed immediate attention. The representative who spoke with John relayed his concerns to his senior manager, emphasizing the importance of treating veterans with respect and dignity. Realizing how quickly a small incident could escalate, the corporate team began discussing their policies regarding veterans. They knew that fostering goodwill with veterans was essential for their brand image and community reputation. A decision was swiftly made to take corrective action. The senior management team felt that the hotel general manager had failed to uphold the values they promoted. Within minutes, a call was placed to the hotel, and the atmosphere shifted dramatically. The corporate office communicated its decision to terminate the general manager, ensuring that they would hold staff accountable for their actions in honoring veterans. This prompt response highlighted not only the importance of John's complaint, but also set a precedent for how all veterans should be treated in the future. In the aftermath of John's complaint, the corporate office took a moment to review their policies on customer service and how they treat veterans. They understood that honoring veteran discounts was not just a policy. It was a way to show respect for those who serve the country. The leadership team reaffirmed their commitment to uphold these values, recognizing that every employee plays a role in creating a welcoming environment for all guests. To ensure this kind of situation wouldn't happen again, corporate leaders decided to launch new training sessions focused on veteran recognition and customer service excellence. These sessions would highlight the importance of empathy and respect, particularly towards veterans. Furthermore, they initiated a policy that would require regular assessments of how well staff members were implementing these standards. Corporate leadership wanted to ensure that every hotel across their brand would celebrate and honor the sacrifices made by veterans. This proactive response illustrated their dedication to making meaningful changes and ensuring that all guests, especially veterans, felt valued and appreciated during their stay. Following their swift assessment, corporate management convened to discuss the actions that needed to be taken regarding the general manager. They believed that the manager's failure to support John's request reflected a larger issue with leadership at the hotel. Corporate leaders agreed that upholding the company's values was crucial, especially when it involved honoring veterans. During the meeting, executives shared their concerns about how such an incident could tarnish the hotel's reputation. They acknowledged that allowing the general manager to remain in position would send the wrong message about their commitment to customer service and respect for veterans. After thorough deliberation, they made the difficult but necessary decision to terminate the general manager's employment. The corporate office communicated this decision directly to the hotel staff, emphasizing their commitment to maintaining high standards in both service and respect. This decisive action was intended not only as a response to John's experience, but also as a clear reminder of the importance of treating all guests with dignity, particularly those who have served in the military. News of the general manager's termination quickly spread through the hotel, sparking a variety of reactions among both staff and guests. Some employees were surprised by the decision, unsure how to process the sudden change in leadership. They gathered in small groups, discussing what this meant for their future and the overall management style at the hotel. A few staff members expressed relief, believing that a new leader might help foster a more respectful environment for all guests. Guests also reacted with curiosity as they overheard conversations among hotel employees. Many had witnessed John's interaction with the front desk clerk and felt that it reflected poorly on the establishment. Some guests voiced their support for honoring veterans, expressing gratitude that corporate took swift action to address the situation. The atmosphere in the hotel shifted as people began to feel hopeful for positive changes ahead. With a new commitment to treating every guest with dignity, there was a renewed sense of anticipation about what this could mean for future stays at the hotel. The incident at the hotel sparked a wider conversation about the treatment of veterans across the hospitality industry. Many business leaders began to realize that honoring discounts for veterans was not only a matter of policy, but also a significant way to show appreciation for their service. The quick response by corporate management set an example that other hotels could follow, demonstrating that accountability is key in maintaining customer trust and loyalty. Discussions emerged about the potential impact on business reputation if veterans felt disrespected or undervalued. Hotels and businesses started to consider implementing training programs that promote respect for veterans and ensure that staff understands the importance of these discounts. Additionally, this event underscored the need for consistent policies across all locations within a brand, as inconsistent practices could lead to negative experiences and backlash from customers. As more establishments recognized the importance of treating veterans with dignity, it became clear that honoring their sacrifices through respectful policies would create stronger customer relationships and enhance brand loyalty in the long run. In conclusion, the experience of John and the subsequent actions taken by corporate management underline a crucial lesson about the treatment of veterans in all aspects of society, especially in the hospitality industry. Respecting veterans is not merely an obligation. It is a fundamental responsibility that businesses must uphold to foster a culture of gratitude and recognition for their sacrifices. By ensuring that veteran discounts are honored and that staff are trained to appreciate this group, companies can build strong relationships with their customers. This incident serves as a reminder that businesses have the power to make meaningful changes that reflect their values. As other establishments observe the positive shift following John's complaint, they too can recognize the importance of honoring veterans and ensuring they feel valued. The commitment to treating every guest with dignity, particularly those who have served, will not only enhance customer loyalty, but also promote a sense of unity within communities as everyone plays a role in acknowledging those who have dedicated their lives to serving their country.